Hello students, today we are going to start another topic of the first chapter or organ system, and that is respiratory system. First of all, we should understand what is respiration. Respiration is the process of releasing energy from the digested food by taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. We all know that we require food for energy, so that food is digested by the digestive system. After the digestion of the food, energy is required to be released from that food, and that energy is released by the combination of that food with the oxygen, and that oxygen enters our body through the respiratory system. So we can say that respiration is the process of releasing energy from the digested food by taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. There are various processes involved in respiration. The first one is intake of oxygen from the surrounding, and that process is called inhalation. We all know that in the breathing process there are two steps involved. That is, the first one is intake of air, and that is called inhalation, and second one is giving out air rich in carbon dioxide, that is called exhalation. So the first step of respiration is intake of oxygen from the surrounding, and after that the second step is oxidation of food. That oxygen which we have inhaled combines with the food, and that combination of food with oxygen, that process is called oxidation of food. Now, why oxidation of food is essential? It is essential to release energy from the food. So the third step is release of energy. So how energy is released from the food? By the help of oxygen. When oxygen combines with the food, then oxidation of food takes place and energy is released, and in the meanwhile carbon dioxide is also formed. But that carbon dioxide is the waste product of respiration. That is, it is not required for us. So that carbon dioxide will be exhaled out of our body. Now respiratory system consists of nasal cavity. It is the empty space in nose. Trachea, that is the windpipe, and lungs. There are pair of lungs present in our body. We can see in this diagram nasal cavity, that is the empty space in the nose. Pharynx, it is the common passage for both food and air. Larynx, it is the voice box. After a trachea, it is the windpipe. Trachea further divides into two branches, and those branches are called bronchial. Bronchial further divides into many sub-branches called bronchi, and at the end of each bronchi there are millions of alveoli present. It is a balloon-like structure which helps in the exchange of gases. So we can say that alveoli is a balloon-like structure which is responsible for the exchange of gases. That is, from alveoli, oxygen will enter our body. That is, oxygen will go to the bloodstream. From bloodstream, it will go to the food for oxidation, and from all alveoli only carbon dioxide will leave our body. So, air enters through our nose or nostril. It then goes to the nasal cavity and further moves to the trachea and then enters the lungs. And this whole process is called inhalation. You can see in the diagram, air will enter through the nasal cavity. From there, it will go to the trachea, that is windpipe, and from trachea through bronchial, it will enter the lung. And in the alveoli, the exchange of gases will take place. Oxygen will enter the bloodstream through alveoli. So, here we can see that air enters through the nostril. Through nostril, it will go to the nasal cavity. From nasal cavity, it will go to the trachea. From trachea, it will go to the lungs. And from lungs, it will go to the blood. And in the blood, from the blood, it will enter each and every cell. And in the cell, food will combine with the oxygen and energy will be released and carbon dioxide gas will be formed. So we can define inhalation as the process of taking air rich in oxygen from the surrounding. After that, From the lungs, air full of carbon dioxide gas goes to the trachea and is released through the nostril. This is called exhalation. So, we can say that exhalation is the reverse of inhalation. After the oxidation of food, energy will be released and carbon dioxide will also be formed. And this carbon dioxide need to be expelled out of our body. So, through alveoli it will go to the lungs, and from lungs it will go to the trachea, from trachea it will go to the nostril, and from nostril it will go back to the atmosphere. So we can define exhalation as the removal of carbon dioxide from the body, right? So today we have learnt about our respiratory system. Revise again and again this topic. Write down the notes in your note copy. Okay, thank you.